So when I first started paying attention to the heart and imagining that my breath was moving in and out of my heart, I started to have these unbidden emotions. And what I thought was supposed to happen in meditation is that we were supposed to become quiet and rise above all of these emotions. And this is very often what is taught. And instead, the emotions were really getting in the way of my process. And so what I realized, especially when I would listen to the sounds and additionally, simultaneously, imagine that my breath was moving in and out of my heart, I started to have this ability to be in touch with the inner observer while these emotions were taking place. And so I could be crying or carrying on about something, only in my head, and maybe my physical body was actually crying. But the goal was to not assign an explanation for it. Because once you start to analyze your emotion, you come out of it and you talk yourself out of it, and bam, it's suppressed again. And so the tones allow this observer thing to happen, quieting that analytical mind, and then the emotions arise. And I quickly learned that this was a beautiful way to release these old traumas. And so when I would go into a meditative state in the beginning, and maybe my observer, after I practiced recognizing the observer, my observer would note, oh my gosh, I'm feeling a little emotional. Oh, wow, this is going to be a good one. And so then I would just allow it all to happen. And the more emotions I would release over time, kind of like peeling layers of an onion, the more it would get replaced. And it would get replaced with something wonderful, something that didn't have anxieties and fears and concerns, but something that was more purely a part of maybe who I was as a child before I learned how to be worried and concerned about things. And so the more I learned to release these kinds of feelings, and this is what I mean by managing them, by consciously triggering them and then allowing them to be expressed and then releasing them, all just through a process in my own physical energetic makeup, things started to shift in my external world. And it was absolutely an amazing process. As much as we struggle with trying to fix all the things around us, if we would only take the time to go within and develop that connection to our inner world, the outer world seems to have a way of taking care of itself.